Hello guys, welcome to another video from Share Local Codes. In this video, we'll be implementing the Swagger API client. The Swagger API client is used to test our APIs, and is also used for API documentation, proper API documentations. So going forward, these are the steps to install Swagger in our project. So the first thing we have to go to MVN repository and then search for this. So I'll just copy this. Okay, you can see it here. So this is it here. So you take the dependency and then you copy it to your pom.xml. So I'll just put it here. Then the next thing to do is to load your Maven. So you load Maven with this. So you can you can come here and click this. So let me just click it. You see that it's updating the project with the Swagger API client dependency. So it's okay now. The next thing to do is to configure the Open API config. So you create a class called Open API config in your config package. And then so first thing is to put public class this, then you put the annotation configuration followed by security scheme. Comma type. So this means that this is a HTTP project. JWT. Then scheme. We use here right here. The next one to do is to configure the Open API definition. So it's info description. So the description of this project is a Spring Boot blog post. Then we'll come here, title. So you can see blog posts. So these are just, you can name it anything you want to name it here. Okay, with this we have configured the Open API config. So we're actually not putting anything here, just these annotations. Okay, so After this, the next thing to do is to go to security filter chain and update this request matcher so that every user will be able to access the Swagger page. So we'll just take in this endpoint here. I'll just copy it. Save it. Then the last one. Okay. So with this, we have with this endpoints placed here, we have permitted all users to be able to access the Swagger page. So the next thing to do, we have configured the Open AI. We have configured the security filter chain. The next thing to do is to go to our endpoints, the get mapping endpoints for authenticated user, and then we're going to just put in this uh, this annotation. So let me just copy. So at this point here, I'll place this endpoint here. So what it means, I'll place this annotation here. So what this security requirement here means is that before the person will be able to access this dashboard, it should the person to provide the Swagger with the JWT token. So I'll show you how to get there. When we get there, I'll show you what to do as the user to access this page in Swagger. And then we'll use this, we'll run the Swagger with this. So I'll just copy it. But first thing first, at this point, we have configured Swagger. But I also want some things over here. So let me first run the project. Let's see what is there. Maybe we'll get any error. Okay, so our application has started on port 8083. So using Swagger, I will just have to go here and paste the address here. So you see on Swagger, this is our title. The title I gave here. So this is blog post RESTful API. So version 1.0, and then this is the description, a Spring Boot blog post. Okay, so going down to these are all our endpoints that were created in our controller class. So, but for now, we're just looking at the user. So, This is the sign up endpoint. If I come click down, I'll click on here. Then this is how this is an example of what we'll have to set. So username, first name, last name, password. So come here to try it out. And then we'll just put in the details we want. So here will be an email. And then string will be, first name will be user2, user2, user2 again. And password will just be password. So if I run this, it executes. So it gives me a 201. So 201 means that the user has been created. And then you can see it here. This is the response body. This is the password, my hashed password. Yeah. So the next thing to do is to take this information, the username and then password, and then put it into the login endpoints. So now let's go to try it out. And in this one, I will just rename the username to our username, that is user2@gmail.com. And then password, I'll rename it to password. And then first name, last name, I can ignore it because I don't really need it to log in the user. So just username and password. And then I just go to execute under here. And you can see that 201, that is the user has been created. That is the code. And then you can see our string here. So this is the JWT token that we generated. So all authenticated users will a JWT token will be generated for all users that log in successfully. So using this token, you can now authorize the user to go to the dashboard. So I'll just copy this. Then the next thing to do is so I'll put in this token in the dashboard endpoint here. So if you look here, you see there's a padlock, open padlock here. So what to do is that you will take that token and then you go up to this point here, this authorize, click on it, and then you paste it here. So guys, you can see this bearer authentication. So this bearer authentication is that as the security requirements that we saw up here. So you can see it here. So it means that you must need a token to access this dashboard in Swagger. And coming up to OpenAI. So this security scheme name must be equal to that security requirements in the user controller. So yeah. So let's go back to Swagger. So we'll authorize this and close. And then you can see that the padlock is closed now. If you go down to the dashboard endpoint, you see that it's also locked. So you just click on it and then you can try it out. So there's no parameter there. So you just click on execute. And you can see that a 200, meaning that this is a status code of OK. That everything went well. So you can see the response body. Welcome to our dashboard, to your dashboard. So it means that the user has been successfully logged in and can access this page with this text, welcome to your dashboard. So come here, you will see it here. So return welcome to your dashboard. So that's it there. Oh, also guys, there might be some errors if you try to load this. So remember to add this annotation, JSON ignore. So JSON ignore is an annotation coming from Jackson. So faster XML Jackson. So to get this, you have to install the dependency also in the pom.xml. So what you do is that you come to Maven. So you can see it here, the first one here, data bind 2.16. And then you just copy this dependency here into your pom.xml. So you will see my here. This is it. So this Jackson dependency is what is responsible for the annotation Jackson ignore, and it's also our object mapper, what we used as our object mapper in this project. So you'll see that here I use the JSON ignore on the ID, and I also use the JSON ignore on the row. The reason is because we are not going to be directly imputing anything inside the user row and the ID. So we have already set in this program that when we run the endpoints for signing, the user row will automatically set with the row user, and the ID will be set to a number in the database. So these are what we are directly going to be filling in. The username, just as you saw in Swagger, we directly filled in username as our email, first name, last name, password. And these 4 fields is what is in our DTO2. So you can see it here. Username, first name, last name, password. So without this JSON ignore here, if you don't have this, maybe let's say that you deleted this now. If you go to Swagger, if you rerun this project and go to Swagger, you'll get the error. So let me just rerun it. So it's what I'm saying. Okay, so our server started on 8083. So I'll go to Swagger. I'll try to rerun Swagger. Okay. So I'll try to sign in with a new user. So I'll just click on. So you can see here an error response 403. So 403 here means is a HTTP status code of forbidden. Uh, so what it means here is that that there's an error. So, and what is causing the error is the JSON the JSON object mapper. So it's not able to map correctly the value of ID because we set it we are supposed to have come here and also added ID here with a value of any value here. But because we're not doing this, because we're not going to add the ID directly into this JSON field here. So what we're going to do is that if you remove anyone you're not going to add, you're going to have to directly put in the JSON ignore here. So what this is just saying that you are not going to be able, you are not going to add this ID directly into the text box there. So just this. So I hope you understand what the JSON ignore is doing here now. So if I run this project again, okay, so let me try it again. I'll say user, user 4, let's go, user 4, password. So if I run this, if I click on execute, you see that it's successfully. So 201, our status code 201. So you can see where we implemented the status code. So for the sign up, we say that http dot created. So this is 201 status code here. And to display back to us our user detail. So that's it here. So this is the user detail that then displayed back to us. And then this is the status code 201. So this user has been successfully created. So if you want to log in this user, you go down to the endpoints, login, try it out, and then just fill in the field for that user. That's gmail.com, and then the password. So I can choose to ignore this first name and last name here. So with this, I'll be able to log in the user. So you can see the 201 again and our string, the JWT token. So if you go down here, you see the login endpoint. We returned JWT token and also return this status code of created. So you can see it here, 201 for created, and then this string as the JWT token. So I'll copy it, and then for me to access this dashboard, I have to authorize by putting the token here. Putting the token, I click on authorize, close. Then we'll come here. So you can see that the padlock is locked now. Click on try it out. And execute. So you can see here that it's created successfully. So welcome to your dashboard. So guys, I want you to look at something. So this coil over here is this is actually our request header. And in this request header, this HTTP request header, this is the authorization header. So you can see the authorization header contains bearer, and this bearer has a space. See, bearer, a space, and then the token. So with this, you can understand the temperature of this. Okay, so you can understand authorization header is equal to request.get header authorization. So get the contents of authorization header, and then if it's no, and if it starts with, if it is not no, like if something is there, and the authorization header starts with bearer with the space, that the token should be the substring of what is there. So substring that starts after 7, after the, so if you go to here, after 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then space as the 7. So the token starts from here down to the end of this token. Okay guys, so that was it for today. See you in the next video.